Ladies and gentlemen, children all, we have our podcast going, and this has to do with some 23 years ago, a 10-year-old guy from Sierra Leone, a boy to be precise, left the shores of Sierra Leone and arrived in Toronto, Canada. After which he spent some time in Maryland, United States, and then back again to Canada. He came to Halifax. This young man toured along the way to Canada, to Edmonton, Alberta, where he has been carving a name for himself. In terms of football, which we call soccer, we call it football, they call it soccer here. He's created a big name for himself. And the person I'm referring to is no less a person than Kondeh Mansaray, the founder and technical director of BTB Academy. The BTB means born to be. Born to be Kondeh Mansaray, who's transformed or steadily transforming the lives of boys and girls. I believe boys, more or less. He has changed the trajectory. He's a big name in football in Canada. Here they call it soccer, but we call it football. And he's no less a person. With me here is Kondeh Mansaray. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. You guys took the time to contact me to come. Looking forward to the podcast.
We have Kondeh here. He has a lot to tell us. But I will first of all ask Kondeh, who is Kondeh Mansaray?
My name is Kondeh Mansaray. I'm founder and sporting director at BTB. I'm 33 years old. I have a wife. I have 2 kids. They're my heartbeats. I was born in Freetown, Sierra Leone. I came to Canada when I was about 10 years old. I moved around a little bit, but now I settled down in Edmonton. Edmonton is now a home to me. So there's not really much to say about me. I think I'm a football lover. I always knew when I was young that I wanted to do something with soccer. My dream was to play professional soccer, but that didn't work out right. But I think the reason why I wanted to play professional soccer was always to help people. Always to go back home and help people in Sierra Leone. That was always my number one mindset. So I think when that didn't work out, and there's a second way I can help, which was to coach and build something that can help other people. So I think I'm living my dream, not playing, but also by just helping people.
You are now the proprietor or the CEO of BTB. How did that come about?
BTB just came about just trying to provide something for the community. It started about 10 years ago. We actually celebrated our 10-year anniversary our award banquet in November. But it just came about, me and my wife my girlfriend at the time, we were just in Grand Prairie, and I was just talking to her I wanted to come to Edmonton to do something. Actually, my inspiration is Auntie Denisha. She's the main reason why I moved to Edmonton, because when my dad moved from Halifax back to Sierra Leone, my dad wanted me to go back to Sierra Leone. But no, I didn't want to go back. I wanted to stay in Canada. So I spoke to Auntie Denisha, Uncle Tom, and they're like, yeah, Kondeh can come stay with us in Edmonton. So I think that was my main inspiration there. But the reason I started BTB is one summer I came from school. I was going to school in Grand Prairie, about 5 hours away from here. And I came one summer, and there's a lot of kids at Auntie Denisha's house. And they weren't really being active. They were watching TV, just running around the house. So when I went back to Grand Prairie, that same year, the summer, before the summer started, my girlfriend moved to Grand Prairie with me. And I just started telling her a bunch of ideas that I had. And she's like, yeah, Kondeh, just do it. When we came back, we started a small program. We called it BTB. The reason we call it BTB is it means born to be. I felt for me personally, I could have went in different directions.
Yeah.
I had lots of friends in Halifax that went in different directions, and I used to hang out with those people very closely. I could have went in their direction, right? But I think coming to Edmonton and just focusing on soccer, and soccer just motivated me to want to be better. So I think that's where the name came by. I just born to be because I felt like I was born to be something. And since I was 10, 11, 12, I wanted to be a professional soccer player because I wanted to help people.
Wow.
And I knew like, okay, if I can't be a professional soccer player anymore, there's still a way I can help people through soccer. Even like the first slogan that we had was BTB Soccer Academy, promoting health through soccer. Just trying to keep kids active and having fun and learning the game. So that's how BTB came about.
BTB, born to be. You hear that, folks? And this guy, Kondeh Mansaray, in his 30s, right?
Yeah, 33 years old.
33 years of age. And he's focused, and he has decided to take the bull by the horn. Because before you came, we used to hear about football academies, but you just brought a whole different spectacle to the whole thing. Because the reason I say this, we've never had somebody even the community here, the Sierra Leone community here, we had a football team, but it was just like playing basis. They come together, they practice. But you've sort of changed the trajectory, and now you have an academy. What are you catering for in this academy?
I think to start off with, the football team in the community was excellent.
Yeah.
I played there for many seasons.
Yeah.
I think when I first came to Edmonton from Halifax, that was like a place I love to go to. Like I love Coach E. We still talk to him right now. Coach Amadou's English is still something we talk about and we laugh about right now, up to today, right? Papani, Captain Calvin, like all those guys were excellent to us.
Yeah.
I think, and Kevin's kids are all in BTB right now.
Yeah, yes, that's what
even Tall Abdul,
okay.
the daughter came to BTB the other day.
Oh, really?
So there's a bunch of Sierra Leoneans now that are bringing their kids in BTB. And I think that football team that we had, and hopefully we can bring it back, is something that I loved and loved going to. But I think for us as BTB Soccer Academy, we just wanted to provide a platform for all the kids to be the best they can be. We have kids that are very, very talented that are playing professional now that started with BTB.
Okay.
We have kids that are in university right now, and they were motivated through BTB because we try to promote school a lot.
That's right.
And we have kids that we know they just play soccer for life, like for fun, right? Maybe they didn't make it to university teams, or they didn't make it to professional, but they still come to BTB to volunteer. Some of them are going into dentistry. And like just engineering and just different programs, right?
Yeah.
But they still come to BTB to try to like be a part of it because they were like, I think BTB was a big part of their life.
Yeah, okay.
So I think for us, we just want to provide a platform for everyone to just be the best they can be, whether it's professional, university, or just playing, trying to get fit and just stay and play for fun, right?
So walk us through the trajectory. That how young could you be a member? How do you take, because they say take them young from grassroots. So what are the ages you cater for at BTB?
We cater from 2-year-old. We just started a program.
2-year-old?
Yes.
I think I'll be my grandson there.
Yeah, we started a program in March, like a 5-week program just to try it.
Okay.
We actually have 5 kids under 3, and my son is one of them.
Oh yeah.
So we start from 2 all the way to adults. And we have different programs. We have from 2-year-old, we call it grassroots. So grassroots from 2 to 7. And we have a development stage, which is from 8 years old or 7 years old to 11-year-old. Then we have the competitive and the high performance. So once you get to that 11, 12, now there's different pathways.
Okay.
Right? So now you have the high performance pathway where the players that are serious, you train 3-4 times a week, you travel. We try to put you in front of as many scouts as possible. So that's the high performance.
Yeah.
So you go from there, 12-year-old all the way to like semi-pro. So that's where I went this weekend.
Okay.
The semi-pro team, those kids now, they're getting ready to go pro. Okay. And we also have the second pathway, which is the competitive pathway. So I was talking about that earlier.
Yeah. Some
of these pathway players are more like they only train twice a week, but like this, it's more for fun, fitness, and just to stay in the game.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. We're trying to provide everything for everyone. Because some players are more serious with schools. Are like, okay, I don't know, I can't go 4 times a week.
Okay.
But I can go twice a week, right?
That's right.
Then we have the adults. So we have women recreational, and we have men recreational.
Okay.
And we also have the women's high performance, the League One women's.
Yeah.
So we try to cater from our programs go from 2 all the way to adults.
So how does somebody send your grandchild to this program? Is it how is the to enter? What do they require to become a member of BTB?
They can go on our website, btbsoccer.com, and they can just register.
Okay.
The grassroots and development stages, we take everyone. So that's from 2-year-old to 11-year-old, we take everyone.
Okay.
But when it comes to now to high performance and competitive,
Okay.
we have tryouts, and we try to build it. We try to put players in the best positions possible. Okay. And if maybe sometimes they might not be a good fit for our club at the moment, we try to send them to a different club to just keep them involved in the game.
Oh, so well, in terms of payment, how do you? Is it you have to pay for your child to come into BTB, or
Yeah.
and then how do you get funds to run the organization?
For us, we're a pay-to-play system. So every kid registers, and they pay a fee. So for people that need support, there's different programs that support. We also have a program within BTB where if someone needs it and they can explain to me why they need it, then I'm able to help with that. But there's also Kids Sport Jumpstart. We have a very good relationship with them. Kids Sports, we have a personal relationship with the lady that runs it, the CEO of that program. Okay. And they love BTB. They love what we're doing, so they're always willing to help. When it comes to government funding, we don't really get government funding. Okay. There's certain times where we're trying to promote certain, we're trying to target certain groups. Like this past year, we try to target women in soccer. Okay. We started with one team this year. Now we're up to 11 female teams.
Really?
Yeah. So we went after grants. We got 2 grants to help hire a female director, and also to run free female camps. So through these initiatives, we're able to get 10 more teams.
Whoa.
So we try to target different things. For example, I just got an email the other day that we got a grant for calendar summer jobs. So now we can hire 10 students. Wow. And we're probably going to hire 4 more players this summer to work with us with the different things that we do. So this is how we target certain things that we need help with. But majority of the fees come from the players themselves, the parents.
You who are listening, you're listening to a young enterprising Kondeh Mansaray. He's the founder or CEO of BTB Sports Football Academy. This man has moved places. Una we listen na the Sierra Leone Association. Na Kondeh Mansaray they talk to. Una they always they talk beaucoup English, but they talk Creole too. Una make sure say if una go una picking them. Una bring them come. I'm preparing to bring my grandsons too, because I know for sure Kevin's sons are there, and they're doing well. Even my producer's brother is there too. He's doing well. Yeah. So una would listen. Una take and say not to school no more. They work not to say we the picking can play ball, go school. So that's another challenge. Yeah. How do you face when people say, "Oh, me picking." My daughter, my son is not. I didn't send him or her to school to play soccer. Let go school. I want to be lawyer. I want to be doctor. I want to be this that. So what do you say to that?
I think this is the mentality my dad had, right, when I was growing up.
Your own dad.
Yeah, okay. My dad had this mentality about that he wanted me to focus in school, that he wanted me to do well in school, and I think I did well in school, and I think I did it more for him. Yeah. For me, it was always about soccer, trying to be the best person I can be in soccer. And I always thought school was important. But I think for a young person growing up, it's always good to have different things in your life. Yeah. You can't just say, I'm just focused in school, which is great, but I think it's always good to have something that you can escape from. Yes. You can study all day, but if you say, okay, I have this 2 hours to go exercise, to go play the sports that I love. And then some kids are very good at it, right? We have kids in the Syrian community that have done well, that are playing in university now. We actually have a kid this weekend that was with us, right, with the League One team. Okay. It's always good to have a good balance. Yes, education is the most important thing. Yeah. I agree. Yeah. And we promote this at BTB. We tell parents in our meetings that school comes first. Okay. But at the same time, we want to make sure parents are able to support and encourage the kids. I'm very, very proud of the Syrian community members that are in BTB. They're there for the kids. They go watch them. They drive them. Yeah. They contribute to the development on the soccer field. Yeah. they pay for them. They do everything they need to do to make sure the kid is enjoying themselves, right? So all this families that are in BTB in the Syrian community, like I'm actually very proud of them because I feel like growing up for me, my dad was always busy, right? That's why I say like I could have went different ways.
That's right.
Because I see it now with kids. Parents are too busy for their kids, and they don't really have that support, right? And I feel like for me growing up in Halifax, especially, it was like you're in an island, right?
Right.
As a kid, right? And as a kid, you should never feel like you're on an island. So I'm very proud and happy to see a lot of the Syrian people in BTB. They're always there for the kids.
That's good. Because I could remember when I spoke with Alfonso Davis's dad, because when he went to Manchester, when we went to Bayern Munich, that very year they won the
Champions League. Bundesliga.
So I was able to talk to the dad here in Edmonton.
Yeah.
They had the rugby and soccer stuff. So when I spoke to him, he emphasized. I asked him about his advice to people who say, "Oh, my child, this and that, so old school." He told me that, Mr. Oldfield, let me tell you something, Chairman. Say, I missed job. I lost hours just to take Alfonso to practices. And you know Alfonso, I think you guys were rubbing shoulders together when he started here. And I'll see where where he is now. Now he's one of the most popular footballers. He is rich because of the sacrifices the dad made for him. So now that's why Kondeh was just stressing parents that if your child has talents to play soccer or in any sports, please be supportive. We also join the line of Kondeh and Alfonso Davis's dad and other people too. There was the doctor I spoke with the other day. Let's support our kids. Let's support our kids because the future is theirs. So then, I want to let you know that maybe you could have had lots of challenges coming here and then being successful as a black guy. So what are some of these challenges you had?
Like there's always a lot of challenges when you're trying to do something different in any walk of life. For us is like when we started BTB, we had instant success. And the reason we had instant success, we had a lot of talented kids that never played soccer before.
Okay.
But they loved the game. They used to come to train at Queen Elizabeth. We used to train twice a week.
Queenie,
yeah. So we used to train twice a week there. The kids got better. Then I actually put them in the club. Then I was coaching them in the club. Then we won like provincial championships right away. 12 players made it to the provincial team, which is like the best players in Alberta.
Yeah.
So at that moment, in a year time, everyone knew what BTB was, right? So as we continue to develop, there's more players that wanted to come from different places. They want to like leave their training environment, come to our environment. So I think that becomes very hard for people to learn like, oh, where this guy's coming from. So when we decided to go full time, we were always a training academy. So kids come to us and they go to the different clubs that they come from.
Yeah.
After COVID, about 3 years ago, 3.5 years, 4 years, we decided to go full time. So once we announced we're going full time, Alberta Soccer and the different districts here, they basically took away our sanctioning. And they were sending emails to everyone that don't go to BTB. They're bad people.
Oh my goodness.
They lie, they steal.
Really?
Like just bad emails. Like up to these days, I have the emails in my phone.
Wow.
Because we're able to do like a FOIP report.
Yeah.
So FOIP report I just requested from the government, from Alberta Soccer or the districts.
Okay.
So anything that says my name or BTB, I was able to get that letter. So it was very bad. There's a lot of tarnish. Even like the professional clubs, they send a letter to them that you guys are not allowed to take players from BTB, right? Because at that point we were sending players to Whitecaps.
Okay.
So they sent the letters to them and they sent it to me. They're like, "Oh, Kondeh, what's going on? Like these people, they can't tell us what to do. Right? Like if we see a good player, we're gonna take a good player, right?"
Yeah.
So there's a lot of like just like bad mouthing, like just negativity. We even at one point, there's a guy named, well, you guys know Pius. He's also a Syrian from the community. So Pius, Mike, Talal, myself were suspended from soccer.
Really?
In the whole Alberta. And they sent a letter to every single person that plays soccer in Alberta that not to deal with us, that we're suspended because we run an unsanctioned academy, right? And just imagine this is how I was feeding my family,
Yeah.
right? Because I was working at a school academy called St. Nicholas.
Yeah.
I was doing BTB, right? So those 2 ways is how I was feeding my family.
Yeah.
So now
That's
you're
a
sending,
livelihood.
so now you're sending a letter to everyone telling people not to register for BTB because we're on unsanctioned, right? Academy. Like, what does that mean? Like, at the end of the day, this is a free country.
Yeah.
I can run a soccer program. I can charge any fee I want. If the parents like the service, they come.
That's right.
If they don't like the service, they don't come. So you can't tell people what to do or where to go. So Alberta Soccer did that. They sent a letter. And just to be very clear, this is the Alberta Soccer people that used to run it before.
Yeah.
Right? Alberta Soccer clean house. They fired everyone.
Okay.
Right? So this is new people now there, and they're amazing.
Okay.
But the people that were there before, they just, it was a crazy time. Like, for me.
So why do you think that happened? Were they just jealous of your successes or what?
I think, like, every time there's success, right, comes like a lot of envy, a lot of jealousy. And we understand that. Maybe at that time I didn't understand 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I just kept thinking, like, why is this happening to us, right?
Yeah.
Like, we work hard, we train more than anyone. We travel, we sacrifice so much, right? Just to be able to provide something different for the kids, right? And I think soccer in Canada, people like to be comfortable. So what I mean by that is, like, okay, we train once or twice a week, and I sit back, I don't travel, I don't do nothing.
Okay.
We collect the fees. At the end of the season, they go their separate ways, or they'll come back, you do it all over again.
The
So it's
same
like,
thing.
yeah, it's the same thing. So the kids never grow or develop.
Yeah.
They never get challenged. They don't know what's outside of Alberta or Edmonton.
Yeah. People
Right.
like
So
this.
we became different. So we actually went out, right? We went around Canada to go play the best teams.
You put
right?
well change the trajectory of the whole situation.
Yeah. So, like, people didn't really like that, right? But I think that suspension of Alberta Soccer just changed everything for us.
Okay.
We decided, okay, no, we're still gonna go full time. We're gonna work hard. We're gonna do whatever possible for us to succeed. Like, it motivated us.
Yeah.
Right? So we're able to get into it. There's 2 districts in Edmonton that run soccer. There's one called EMSA, Edmonton Minor Soccer Association.
Okay.
We're in EMSA now.
Yeah.
There's one called ESA, Edmonton Inter-District Youth Soccer Association. So we're able to get into ESA.
Okay.
Right? And that took a lot of like coffee, going for coffee with like different people. Because them too, they didn't want to let us in, right? So we went for coffees for a lot of people, a lot of club directors. Then we were able to get into ESA, so that's how now we became like a full club. But I think the hardships that we went through, they were difficult, but I think it made us stronger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, so we can say, in other words, you can say there is a saying that do evil that good may come.
Yeah.
They suspended you. Your suspension sort of went on to motivate you guys.
Yeah.
To become better.
Yeah.
Wow.